Hey guys, what's up? So I got up super early the other day to go on an adventure, and little did I know it was a full moon. So sorry for that first rough video. I was trying to catch the full moon at like 3 in the morning, and then I fell asleep for a while. So anyways, I was able to get out of town for a couple of hours, and by a couple I mean like all day. Yeah, so I went on an adventure with my roommate Kevin. He's from New Jersey, he's like 23, studied film and literature, super cool kid. And we decided to go peep some birds. Alright, so we went to the Colca Canyon and the Colca Valley in search of the Andean Condors. So I usually don't do this, but we took a tour because the places we wanted to see were in different locations. And it's hectic trying to sort transport and taxis and blah blah blah. So we went on a tour, and they stopped all sorts of places along the way, and I'm really stoked to show you guys. Yeah, so we started in this little village called Maca, and this is pretty much it. But so many ladies with alpacas and dudes with eagles, and yeah, just a quaint little spot. So this is actually a llama, and the llamas have the longer necks. Here's an 18th century church. Lots of great architecture here. And this is a boy with an eagle. He said it's a male, about a year. And this is an alpaca. Alright, so the alpacas are fluffier. Lady with an eagle on her head. Things you don't see every day. But the women here still dress in traditional dress. They do pose for photos for donations, and it is up to your discretion what you want to pay. They sell all the sorts of cool trinkets and shawls. Here's my buddy Emilio. And I found this sad little pup in a box. I don't know if someone forgot him or what. But yeah, so that's the little village of Maca. Then we got on the bus, and we're heading to the next spot. So the Colca Canyon is debatedly the second or fourth deepest canyon in the world. So that's pretty cool. And for once there's greenery. I'm sure you've seen from my past videos, like in Arequipa, it's just desert. So I was so stoked to see some greenery, some animals, like running water. And these villages are old. Alright, if you notice the terracing going on, it's just really, really fascinating. I was really blown away by the terraces, by the drainage systems. Old school farming, man. So they are able to grow food here, so that's nice. They grow potatoes. They do harvest a lot of fruit and food from the cactus, so that's also cool. Some of it looks like we're on the surface of Mars. But yeah, just super cool to get out of town for a couple of days and check out something new. There's some cows. Super cool to see cows. It's been a while. After being in India for so long, I got accustomed to having cows everywhere, and I really love them. I've missed them, so it's been really nice to spot a few cows. There's a few houses here and there, but there's not really a lot of residential living, it doesn't seem. A few places. But most are not finished, if you can see that construction, like the building's not finished. The rainy season is just approaching, so the next 3 months, in theory, should be their rainy season. So the farmers are always really looking forward to this time of year. But unfortunately, the climate here has been changing as well, and it doesn't always rain when it should. And of course that impacts the farmers. These areas are getting more and more sparse because people are moving to the big cities, and farming is really hard. So there's not a lot of farming left, unfortunately. But we are very thankful for the farmers that do exist, because without them we wouldn't exist. So thank you to the farmers. You're very important. Yeah, so we're approaching another viewpoint. Cows. Yay, water! So that's the Colca River, and you can see it's surrounded by the green terraces growing different foods. The vastness of the valley. And the surface of Mars. Lots of really cool cactus. Nice to see them in bloom, some form of life. Wouldn't want to step on it, but I sure like to look at it. I believe these are the Andes Mountains. Some more women. Dude, they have the coolest hats here. Ladies always rock the great hats. The Andes Mountains.
Oh, now that's a bus. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look at this little furball. Lady's amazing outfit. Oh. And pollution.
And it's back on the bus. We're heading for the birds. The valley was super pretty though. Really nice to see a river. I would love to raft it, but it's definitely not the time of year. My happy place is on or near the water. So I'm always down for a rafting adventure. It's so interesting how the landscape changes. Yeah, at one point we were at 5,000 meters yesterday, so it was between 3.5 thousand and 5,000 meters, so 3,500 and 5,000 meters yesterday. So sometimes people get sick because of the altitude, or they have to take medicine or drink the coca tea. It's supposed to help with altitude sickness. It is made with the coca leaf, but it's not cocaine. So just to be clear, it's not cocaine tea. Yeah, so this is the spot called Condor Cross, and this is where people go to peep the Andean Condor. So this is the canyon, and we got to spend about 45 minutes here. So there are paths to walk. There are people in condor suits, so if you want to get your picture with them, you can. I had a good laugh. At first I was like, oh my god, they're huge, and then I realized it was just a dude. So yeah, the viewpoint is cool, it's vast. Like, it's nature, right? So you never know what you're gonna see. So it's just kind of a hurry up and wait. But the scenery was awesome. It was a super cool place to hurry up and wait. Yeah, the morning time was super cold. We had to bring jackets and like bundle up. But in the daytime, the sun is just rocking hot. It was so hot, but thankfully I wore long sleeves, so I was safe there. But yeah, all the people patiently waiting to see the condors. So here's pathways to go to different viewpoints. As as you can see, a lot of people just sitting and waiting, hoping to peep the birds. I'm so thankful for my hat. Hyla, thanks for the hat. There's my buddy Kevin. He's leaving in a week, so I'm glad we got to go on an adventure. Yeah, sorry if you can hear the car alarm in the background. Peru really loves car alarms, so they're always just going off for no reason. So I do apologize if you hear that. So it was like 45 minutes in to our 45-minute trip, and we were just getting ready to head back to get on the bus.
Hi guys.
And then
Yeah! Orange strip. Dude, there he is. See him? There he is. We're peeping birds, Kev. We're peeping birds. There you go, folks. It's an Andean Condor going viral. I don't even know what that means, but hopefully it will do it. Putting on a show. Majestic. Nature's so cool. Pretty sweet. I'm happy that we came to Peep Birds. You know, I can't see anything. I'm looking in the sun, but hopefully this video makes some sense. Yeah, buddy. Majestic AF, dude.
dude, that was so awesome, peeping birds. Right as we were gonna leave, then 3 of them swooped in. Yeah, super cool. So then we got back in the bus, and the adventure keeps going. Super stoked. Dude, nature's unpredictable, so sometimes you go to these spots with animals and whatever, and you never see them, and you're like, oh, dang. But no, we got really lucky, and we saw 3, so that was pretty amazing. And yeah, the terrain was just really so interesting. Like, parts of it were so green and lush, and then other parts were just so rocky and dry and rugged. And it's just really incredible that anything exists out there. And the condors, they said in like 2 more weeks you won't really be able to see them because the weather turns really cloudy and they don't come out as much. They stay in their nests. So I'm glad we timed it right. Like, we didn't do any research. We just wanted to go and get out of town for a second. So it was really cool. These civilizations date back to the pre-Incan times, actually. So these people are the indigenous people. A lot of them speak Quechua, and yeah, they've been living like this for a really, really long time. I mean, these terraces have been there for, centuries. So it's just really fascinating. You really felt the age of the culture. on this experience, so it was cool. 8 horses, there for you, Emma. I know you love horses. I got a lot of horse lovers in my family as well, so that was also really cool to see. I tested my panoramic skills out. I thought I did pretty good, so I wanted to share those with you. I did buy a couple of things, and one of them is this really sweet scrunchie, so thank you 90s, scrunchies are back. And then we stopped at these hot springs, and this is that adventure.
Hola. No idea. So we stopped at these thermal pools, which are cool in theory, but they look like places to either piss or have intercourse, so I'm gonna pass. Hopefully nobody's doing either of those things. But, yeah. Beautiful. Look at these guys. Whole bridge is shaking. Kayak. It's beautiful. You can go take the four-wheelers. Oh god, let's not get hit by a bus. Cool. They do put these like memorials, like when people pass away, you'll see them alongside the highways. And yeah, pretty cool day out.
Yeah, so the hot springs were cool. I didn't go in them, and it was a little bit rushed and crowded and just, yeah. But a cool spot. And they are natural hot springs, so that's really cool. Soon it'll be just completely a tourist spot. But here's the coca tea. I wanted to try it. I didn't really notice any crazy difference, but it is from the coca leaf. And now we're headed to lunch. So we'd worked up an appetite. We left at 3 in the morning. Now it was around like 12:30. So we stopped in a small town called Chivay to have lunch. And this is the biggest town in the region. So just to put that into perspective, because you're gonna see most of the town. I was super stoked with all the ladies in their beautiful outfits though, and the beautiful hats. They have so many great hats. This region is known for a lot of cereals, quinoas, grains, oats, lentils. Here's a little market.
Also, basically, when we bought before, the guy said the whole time, yeah, like, yeah, it's only 60 pesos. Basically, we were like.
And he didn't mention the taxes you have to pay to enter.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like 60.
Here's the fried dough lady. They had some really cool tuk-tuks here too. Like incognito tuk-tuks.
Oh, dude, no violence against women. I love you guys. Yes. It's so important. No violence against women. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like this little green space. It's cool. Little town of Chivay. Oh.
Every small town, or every town here really, they have like a town square. So this was the town square of Chivay. And what you see is what you get. It was cool, it was quaint. Look at these rocks that were stacked. Like, how do you do that? Kev and I. Hope you have a good adventure on your trip home. Dude, here's lots of alpacas. In the distance, there's vicuñas. And I was in the bus, so it was really hard to get a video. But a vicuña reminds me of if a llama and a deer had a baby. Because they're more grazers, but they have deer-like features. But yeah, I'd never seen a vicuña, so that was cool. And then on the last stop, second to last stop, we checked out the volcanic ranges. So there's a steaming volcano. It's super windy. It was super windy and so cold. But it was really cool to see loads of volcanoes and that one active steaming. Like, that was definitely a first. And then all of the stones, as you'll be able to see, are just stacked. Like, you'll see this in a lot of Buddhist cultures as well. They stack the stones for good luck. But look at the vastness of the stacked stones. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. Thousands. And a steaming volcano. Like, the earth is so fascinating. Nature is really, it's so fascinating. Like, how was this formed? Did this used to be the bottom of the ocean at one point? Like, how is this real? You know, it's just, it's amazing. And it gives me that sense of wonder like a child, you know? And that's what I love a lot about traveling, is you just see stuff that blows your mind. Volcano Misty, that's the one that we can see really clear from where I stay. But again, just the vastness of the stacked rocks were so cool. And all the beautiful goods. I did buy a beautiful jumper. I can't wait to show you it. And yeah, our adventure is nearing an end. This was the second to the last stop, but I'm glad I jumped out and clicked these videos, even though it was so cold. It was just really awe-inspiring, so something super cool to see. And on the road again. Here we go. Heading back towards Arequipa. There's some more alpacas in the field. I never get tired of seeing animals in the wild. And again, the landscape changes. Now it's just back to flat and dry and desert, but still really nice that there are some animals around. Now the mountains are just in the distance. Yeah, it's the bus view, so I apologize. It's not the greatest footage, but hopefully you get the idea. The dark specks are animals. And then we did make a stop to see the vicuñas and the alpacas and get some photos. So the live videos. The vicuña is really cool. I didn't know, but they're illegal to hunt. You can't eat them. And they only shave their fur once every 2 years. So it's really expensive. And they're really hard to see. They're in the back distance. And again, they're like super light brown and they look like deer. But they were really hard to catch on camera because they camouflage super well. But the other guys are the alpacas. Homeward bound. Now there's a volcano in the distance. Back to the desert. There's no lushness here. Oh, there's a little bit of lushness. But for the most part, it's just dry and desolate. There are a lot of mines here. There are copper mines, gold mines, silver mines. But unfortunately, they export everything and they don't really take anything to help build their infrastructure here. It's really interesting. And mining is not good for the earth, but if they didn't have mining, a lot of these people wouldn't be able to survive out here. So, unfortunately, sometimes you have to choose the earth or the humans, and in this case, humanity wins. On the bus, almost home, and a view from the rooftop where I stay. So there's Volcano Misty, and this is the Pichu Pichu range, and it's that golden hour. So it's always a beautiful time to jump on the rooftop and click a few pictures. And check out this jumper. So cute, and just around maybe 8 pounds. So I was really stoked. And a perfect way to end a perfect day, the sunset and the full moon. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe.